You deserve more. You deserve to make money this week, working for yourself on your own terms. If you want to make money this week, now, let me know in the comments right now and make sure you're subscribed. Hit the subscribe button very, very quickly. Hit the like button right now. And I'm going to give you information and instruction that is going to help you do just that. And we're going to report our results inside of the Your First 5K membership that is absolutely free. So everybody gets to see what everybody else is doing. Now, speaking of the membership, this all started with me surveying the membership and then taking the data and putting it into a lens so that you can see what is actually working for other people who are just like you. People who have the skill, have the background, have the experience, but they just don't know what to offer or how to find people to sell to and how to actually turn all of that skill and the asset that is you into real money. So I'm going to take you through this presentation and you're going to know exactly what to do next. Some people will watch this and they'll go to the next video and that'll be it. Some people will say, I can't do that. And they'll count themselves out before they even get started. And then there's going to be you. And you are going to be different because you are going to make moves. So what is actually selling right now? Well, I have more than 29,000 people like you inside of Your First 5K, the free membership. And I did a survey and the information is staggering and incredibly helpful. The first thing I want you to do when you're thinking about making money this week, I want you to take away the idea that you're going to have to build a full-on business. We're not going to worry about building a business right now. And if you have a business, just put it to the side for a second. We're going to sell a result to people. So your first dollar doesn't have to be wrapped in you figuring out your logo, a funnel, a 5-year plan. It's going to come from one person paying you for one clear outcome that they understand today. Please, please take notes. So we're going to talk about proximity first. Sell to the warm people already near you. Sell them a tiny outcome. I'll fix this one thing beats I'm a coach. You may be a coach right now. You do not have to give that up. But if you want to make money this week, along with so many other people who are going to watch this, this is what you do. And you're going to have all of that lead to one real conversation with that person where you make the offer, you ask who needs it, and you send the link. Now, what's actually selling? These are real receipts from the community, real offers, real buyers, real money. Now, we're not going to go over every single one of these, but if you want to pause this right now and take a good look, this is really helpful information. So what's really being sold out there is a Lovable Built website. If you don't know what that means yet, you will. For $300. Who bought it? A warm lead, somebody they already knew. And why it worked, because it was clear. I'm going to build you a website. Something else that's worked is a 5-page nonprofit site again, plus branding. It was part of a $5,800 project. They had a prior relationship and it worked because it felt more complete than just a website. A custom 90-day marketing plan for $600. It was an old client. Trust was already there. And so on and so forth. One-on-ones, a paid workshop, etc. Now look at who bought. Warm lead, prior relationship, old client, former student, existing relationship, my network, posts and social plus in person, and so on and so forth. This is going to be really important in just a moment. What is the pattern underneath it all? Every sale was one of 5 moves. Build something like a website, a landing page, brand assets, content, something that you can hand to somebody. Or they planned something. They had a marketing plan, a 90-day plan, a holiday campaign. They planned it out, strategized on behalf of someone else. Or they taught something like AI art on a one-on-one call or sales calls, how to reset session, a workshop. I call this the teach, show, do method, where you teach someone something or you show them how to do it or you do it for them. They also package something. Now, these are different ones. They chose one of these. They package it was an ebook, a bundle, a template, a lead magnet, or they recommended something. So they were an affiliate for other products. The common thread through all of this is warm trust plus a clear offer. Now, if you're not familiar with me, my name is Arlan. And about 10 years ago, I was sleeping on the floor of an airport in San Francisco. Today, I have invested in more than 200 startups, and I help thousands of entrepreneurs make their first dollar online. And I'm going to show you exactly how you're going to take that information we just got about what is working and turn it into your own offer that is ready to sell within 24 hours. Almost every win started with someone who already knew them a little when it comes to our survey. They were an old client, a former student, a email list. They were on their email list. They had an in-person chat. So the fastest path is not cold content or complicated ads. Let me pause here for a moment to tell you that I teach you both. I teach you how to do cold content. I teach you how to do ads or bring in specialists who do. I am not saying that they're terrible ideas. I'm saying if you want that money this week, this is what we're going to do. You're going to find the warmest people, offer the clearest help you can, and make it easy for them to say yes. So what is that offer? If you're ready to see what the offer is, in the comments say, I'm ready to see the offer. I want to see you, I want to feel you, and I'm going to be looking at these comments no matter what day or what year you comment. I will see it. One repeatable offer, tangible, fast, and easy for the buyer to understand. We're going to do a $300 AI-powered landing page fix. Not just an audit, not just advice, a real asset they can use the day you hand it over. So here's the promise you're going to make to them. I'll build you a clean landing page and one simple digital tool in 48 hours so people understand what you offer and take the next step. I'm going to do a 48-hour turnaround. This beats the audit-only method, which is a great method for beginners and advanced, to be honest, but it beats it by a country mile because advice on its own is forgettable. An asset is tangible. They'll be using it over and over again. They'll remember you when they do. So if you were to only do an audit, which again is not a bad thing, but you're going to see how to supercharge it. It's useful. It's helpful. A one-on-one call is in fact one of the first things I teach people how to do. But the client pays you for advice and a to-do list that they still have to do. How many times have you worked with someone, you told them what to do, and then they just didn't do it? You give them a list of a diagnosis, fixes, homework for the client, and they'll default to, I'll think about it. But when you give them an audit, plus a landing page, plus a digital tool, an AI-powered tool that you build for them, it changes everything because the client now pays for a clearer presence online, a better buying path for their customer, and a small wow they can use immediately with that AI-powered tool. You give them a live shareable page, an interactive tool, a done for them fast asset. And then they might even say to you, can you fix more in my life because this is so, so awesome. So what's inside the $300 package? There's 9 pieces. Do not let this overwhelm you. It's going to be so simple. You're going to give them a digital audit, okay? So it's all numbered here. If you see on the page, it's all numbered. First thing you're going to do once they pay you is you're going to go review their site, their social, their offer, their bio, their calls to action. And you're going to create a report essentially for them. Then you're going to get on a call with them, 20 to 30 minutes, to clarify what they're offering, who their audience is, and what their goal is. And if on this audit you couldn't figure that out, that's even more of a reason that they need to do this. Then you're going to hand them a new landing page, not a full-on crazy complicated website, but a high converting landing page that is beautiful and that runs well. And you're going to hand it to them. It's going to have the headline, the offer, the testimonials, the calls to action, the about, and the FAQ. Just like most or all of the landing pages that I have that make me hundreds of thousands per website. You're going to also pair this. This is like the key hack. You're going to pair this with a simple digital tool, an AI-enabled tool, like a quiz, a calculator, a recommender, or an intake form. And I'll show you exactly what I mean in a moment. Then you're going to do their domain setup. And before you say, oh my gosh, I don't want to be IT, with the platform Lovable, that I absolutely love and so many of my members love, it is now a push of a button, maybe 2 or 3 buttons, where when you go to publish this page that just took you 30 minutes to make, you can say, I want a custom URL, type in the custom URL. If it's available, purchase it with 1 button click, and then the URL is available within minutes for you to share with your client. And yes, there's some back-end stuff. Hey, what if they have their own URL? What if this, that, and the other? All of that is explained. Then you're going to do this 48-hour delivery window, which is going to blow their minds. Before they can blink, you're going to have this in hand. You build it fast, but it's thoughtful. You're going to do a handoff loom. So you're not going to get on another call with them. Instead, you're going to make a video that shares your screen. And Loom is just a video platform you could use. You could use anything you want, including Zoom or others. And you could put the landing page and the AI powered tool on the page like I'm doing here with this presentation. And you just talk them through it. You don't even have to be on it if you don't want to with your face. You just talk them through it and you say, hey, okay, so I finished this for you. This is how it works. So if you notice that we use this and we use this color because of that, and when you click here, this is what happens. You just walk them through it. Maybe it's 5 minutes, maybe it's 10 minutes, maybe it's 7 minutes. And that's part of the delivery of the package. The thing you're also going to add is a next step checklist so that they can start getting leads to that page. Meaning you just gave them an awesome page, but what else can they do to actually get people to see it? You're going to work with AI to help you give them a checklist. And then you're going to give them the option to be the host beyond a certain time. You may say, for the first full year, I'll host it because it costs me $11, which is what I just paid for my latest one on Lovable. It costs me $10 or $30 a year to do it. I'll host it. And then after the first year, you need to pay for that. Or you might say it's $25 per month for me to run maintenance on this, and that you get hosting and up to 1 change on the website each month. You'll decide that. Before you sell this, I want you to become your first client. This is a slide that I put in last because I said there's no way I don't have this in here. When someone hears your offer, hear me now. The first thing they're going to do, if they're interested in the least, is look at what your presence online looks like. So you're going to make sure that when they find you or where you send them, it proves that you have your own stuff together. So you're going to first audit your own presence, Run the 10-point checklist on your own site, your bio, your profiles. Find the 3 to 5 things that make you look unclear. And then you're going to build that landing page for this offer if you don't already have it. So you build this page. It becomes your proof, your portfolio, your showcase, and your sales link in one. Another way of saying this is if somebody says, girl, I'm going to hook you up. I got you. I'm going to do your hair. And their hair doesn't look right. Are you going to jump to Malou to work with them? Let me know in the comments if you would jump to Malou to work with them if they look busted. Okay? And here we are. So today, your pre-work before you start selling is to audit yourself and build your own page. You're going to go into lovable.dev and you're going to build a page for yourself. Now, some people use other sites and platforms like Replit and other things. I love Lovable. It's so simple to use. Tomorrow, you're going to kick this off and start selling the offer to other people. So how do you deliver it? From paid to hand it off in 48 hours. First, you're going to get paid. The client pays and fills a short intake. Or you might just jump on a call with them. Then you're going to audit. Quick review of their current presence. Then you're going to get on a strategy call with them once you have something to report back. Build the page, build that tool we talked about, and then there's a polish and handoff. Let me go ahead and give you the little pieces that we talked about, including the loom. So remember this, speed is part of the value of this. Most clients have been putting this off for months, and now you're about to help them out. I'm also going to tell you this. Some people watching this are going to say 300, I could never. And some people are going to say 300, I could never. That's too low. Some people will think it's too high, and some people will think it's too low. All that matters is you make a decision right now and say, do I want to have money in the bank this week? Do I want to have money in the bank this week? So I'm going to do this. I'm going to run this play. And then after I run this play and it works for me, I can then decide on different pricing. But if you do a different price and it doesn't work for you, don't come back to me. If you do another price and it does work for you, I'm so proud of you and so happy for you. But for most people, do the 300. So when we're talking about that digital AI powered asset, what could that be? Let me give you more examples. Let's say your client is a coach. Well, their goal on that page you made for them that website essentially could be to book consultation calls. The simple tool you make could be which package is right for you that the customer sees. They're a customer. It's a quiz. So they go through this quiz, which one of my consulting calls packages is right for you. They have some sort of output that says, hey, book a call and we'll talk because you are in this category. You build out that the whole piece there. If they're a consultant, they want to sell strategy calls and audits. You're going to give a readiness scorecard. These are just ideas. If they're an artist, they want to sell commissions, things that customers say, oh, paint this for me, make this song for me. So then you could create a simple tool that is a commission quote estimator that's a little bit more complex than just putting up numbers. You want something that their customer would want to interact with, a quiz, a checklist, a calculator, a recommender, a GPS. And I mean GPS, like where do I go next kind of thing. An estimate form. You can pause this to see more ideas. So I want you to protect your time. You are not cheap. Therefore, your time is not cheap. What not to build for 300? Please don't go overboard and do this. Don't build a full-on scope creep with no ceiling app. Don't build a complex AI chatbot that I'm over here charging $20,000 a year for currently, and you're trying to do it for 300. It's ongoing cost and quality risk. Don't build a payment systems from scratch, even if you can. It's too risky and it's unnecessary. Don't build a client portal where people have to log in and do all kinds of user accounts and this, that, and the other. It's too complex for this right now. We just need a landing page. We just need something people can go through and run it over and over again. Don't do anything medical, legal, or financial. Too much liability. You're not trying to do that right now. You're trying to go to a local store, a mechanic, a salon, a solopreneur, a person who is a coach who just needs something. Somebody you go to in person or somebody you reach out to. And we're not doing cold outreach. Remember what I said at the top of this. Every piece of this has to be done a certain way for it to work the way I'm talking about. If you try to do this cold outreach, you're going to have a harder time. Go to people you already know. $300 is going to buy a fast, useful asset for them, not unlimited access to you. So how do I even sell this? Well, guess what? I'm not even telling you you need to post right now because, again, we're going to warm. You could put this on LinkedIn if you already have a LinkedIn presence. You could put this on YouTube if you already have a YouTube presence. On Instagram if you have an Instagram presence. Substack. However, let me tell you what works the most. You are going to go send 20 messages, DMs, text messages, or direct emails to one person. And you're going to, and these are 20 different people, okay? And you're going to say, I'm doing a few builds or this offer page and this tool. I'm making AI tools. I'm doing this. I'm doing a landing page. You're not going to try to oversell it. You're not making AI agents. You're not doing any of that. You're going to make a tool for them or a landing page for them or higher converting page. Your work is strong, but the page could be clear because I want you to make more money. This is how you're talking to them. Here's the offer. It's a landing page plus one simple AI tool. I'm going to deliver it within 48 hours. The price for the first few that I'm doing is only $300 because you want them to know that price is not really the main price. And the call to action, do you want me to take a look? Another way you could do this if you don't want to come to it that directly is you can reach out to 20 people and 10 of them you say, hey, I'm building this. And then send them to your page and let them look at it and say, I'm building this for other people. Do you know anybody who could use this? Do you know anybody else who could use this? Is money. It's a money sentence. So here's your action plan. Your same day action plan. Do this today with an A, with two A's, Taday. Pick one buyer type you already know. Choose one simple tool from the menu I gave you above or one that you've thought of. Write your one sentence offer. I do this for this type of person. List 20 warm people you're going to message. Send 10 DMs, text messages, or emails directly to people before you build a thing other than your own page. Take payment when someone's interested, that one person who says yes, and then start the 48-hour clock. Sell before you build, get paid first, deliver in 48 hours, and then ask for a testimonial and a referral after they get what they want. The core is find someone whose work is better than their online presence. Find someone whose work is better than their online presence. Give them a clear page, give their audience one useful tool to use, and deliver it fast. Then let the next problem create the next offer. That's how you make it happen. That's what you do. Now, I am going to show you briefly how to use Lovable because I don't want you to have anything stopping you. And I'm going to show you just a little bit of how to use it. And then I'm also going to show you a tool that you can use that makes this even easier. You don't even have to do much of the work. Okay? So let me get into this. Give me a second. Let me know how this is going. How are you feeling right now? How you feeling? Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to show you this tool. Your first 5K club is absolutely free to join. Come on in. The link is in the description or the pinned comment. Come in, hang out with the other 29,000 people, head to the classroom. When you get to the classroom, scroll down to AI for Business 101. You have this other cool stuff here, but scroll on down to AI for Business 101. Then you're going to go to the AI Genie section. So here's me explaining the AI revolution and then the business opportunities, AI Genie, build and sell websites. Read this, scroll down, and this page is absolutely free for you to use. What happens here is that you get these plug and profit templates, meaning you come down here and you find the type of page you want to recreate. Restaurants, cafes, hair salon, auto repair. Some of these prompts, this is very important, some of these prompts are going to want to create user accounts when you do it because they think customers need to be able to sign in. Once it tries to do that, just say, I don't want user accounts. Don't try to make it that complex right now. But you see here, landscaping, fitness studio, real estate agent, coach, author, nonprofit. It goes on and on and on. You find the one you like, you copy or customize. You can even do a pull down menu and have different things that it has. So it could have like embed a booking quote widget in the modal, right? It can have these different things in it. You copy this. What is this one? This one is for home remodeling. And there's more to it. You would spend some time. You can even watch the tutorial right here. It gets you going. Then you go over here, Lovable. And then Lovable, this is the page. I'm signed in. When you're not signed in, you'll get 5 to 10 credits just to get started and play with it. I recommend spending the $20 or so per month to have a real account. Even if you do it for the first 30 days just to do this exercise. I'm now going to paste what I just did. And I'm not even going to put anything specific. It's all going to be that fake stuff. But I would really want to put the real stuff here. Okay? This is how you're making the page. This is how you'll make your page to start. So you can start with your page. If you don't even want to use these prompts, you could just type in the words, I am a wellness coach. I am making an offer that is $300 and I will create a website, an AI digital product, and have a simple audit and call. Create the landing page that will showcase that offer. Press return, give it 3 to 10 minutes. Usually it's like right in that 4 to 5 minute pocket. It'll do what it's doing right now, and it will create something for you. Now, if I'm going to let that run, okay? If you want to know more, like if you're not familiar with Lovable right now, that's okay. What you can do is upgrade inside of your first 5K. There's an upgrade to 360 Pass. Inside of 360 Pass is my Lovable Revenue Challenge, which is a 3-day replay. Teaches you everything, including the advanced stuff. And then there's something called Lovable OS, which is Lovable Operating System, that gives you unlimited amounts of prompts that can make anything you want, including that tool that we talked about. That's an upgrade. You can also, instead, if you want to go to my Stan store, go to stan.store/Arlan. Scroll down to Lovable OS and you can just buy it for $99. You can also buy the Lovable Replay Challenge right here. Right here. So this is how you get that. Even if you don't do that, you're good to go. Because what I want you to be able to do, I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm going to let this ride for a second, and I'm going to come back and show you the results of it. What I would love for you to be able to do is you make $300 this week. You prove to yourself you can do it. And then you upgrade to my 360 Pass, which costs $360. How cool would that be? That is so cool. I want to know if you do that. So if you're still watching this, if you have made the decision, I'm going to try this out because I see the value in it. This should cost $3,000 and I'm going to offer it for $300. I see the value. Then what I want you to do is join your first 5K, or if you're already in there, all good. Tell me once you made your first sale as a post inside of your first 5K. Let us all know, and I will pin your comment. I'll pin your post to the top. I'm going to unpin this because this is dated. And then this is a pin post. Natasha got monetized on YouTube. Demita's asking for some feedback. Kevin's giving some great YouTube advice. Tona Lisa just said the money is in my account, y'all. Look at this. 4 days ago, as I'm sitting here trying to keep a positive attitude, because my semi truck broke down and I'm waiting on roadside assistance, I get this email. The money has landed. Then I'm gonna raise my price to more. So she made $997. So this stuff works. She's thanking us because she's like, this stuff works. Okay. It's so cool. So I want to see your video. Her video was Tona Lisa's video was pinned for like 2 days. I want to see yours. Now let's see how our website is going. Look, it already built it. I built a complete Atlanta remodeling landing page, and it talks to you about it. So I'm going to show you more of what it looks like. So it has all this stuff because we used the AI Genie, I forgot which one it was that we used, but I think we used the contractor one. We used it. Yeah, this one, I think, maybe. We came over here and it just made this beautiful page. Now, this is awesome, but you might say, oh, I want different colors. We would upload. So you go here, this button I push that says open sidebar. I'm going to open that. You talk to it in this interface here. This is a chat. So right now it looks amazing, but let's say I'm on the way. I need to start my own page because that's going to be my promotions page, and I have my own video. I have my own pictures. There's a button down here that I can't do because I'm sharing the screen, but there's an attachment button down here. Looks like a paperclip under this, and you're going to click that. You're going to attach things, and then you're going to say replace this photo at the top with this one. I'll say replace the photo at the top with this one, and you've attached it. Give it another 60 seconds, it'll do it. Then you might say change the background color to a light blue because that's something that you want to do. You might say elevate this page even more by making sure that the font and the aesthetic is looks like $100,000 website. Give it 5 minutes, it'll do that. Right? And then some of these buttons, when you have these little page, this section here, some of the buttons may not work because it's going to give you like the draft. So this get a free estimate, let's see what happens. Actually, this part is, you can type into it. I'd be surprised if when you do this, anything works. So you're actually just going to work with it. You can say, okay, request my free estimate. How do you say here, how do I get the request my free estimate button to actually work? And then it's going to think about it for a second and it's going to give you an answer. Actually, I'll just show you. How do I get the request my free estimate button to actually work? So now it's just thinking. It'll come back to me maybe a solid minute from now, and it'll say, okay, you're going to need to set it up with this. And of course, you're going to change things that are not the real thing. So you might go in here and give it, all the updates. It says, where should the new estimate request go? Email me with each new lead. And remember, this is for me, but it could be for your client or it could be for the one you're making. Save to a database where it stores every lead in Lovable Cloud so you can view and export them later from an admin page, or send to a CRM that you already have like HubSpot, Zapier, Make. I'm going to choose save to a database. So I'm going to click that. And then I also want to be emailed, but I'm going to just unclick that because that might get a little complicated. And then it's going to start working. So now what it's going to do is set it up on the back end where every time somebody gets asked for a free estimate or says, yes, I want to jump on a call, or says, yes, send me the free lead magnet or whatever it might be. So I didn't put the email address. I'll skip that one. Then it's going to do this thing in the background and you just work with it. Another thing you're going to want to do is click on this name right here. So the name of your actual project, you're going to click on it. You're going to go into settings and you're going to click this edit button and you're going to call it the real thing. Literally not that. So you're going to do that. You're going to scroll down a little bit and you're going to hide the Lovable badge. If you have a free account, it does not let you do this. So that's another good reason to buy the $20 account. Boom. Have that. It's telling you how many credits you've been using. Very cool. So then you're going to go back out. And then when you're ready for it to be published, oh, one more thing, you can see what it looks like on mobile, which is really important by clicking this little icon. So right now it's tablet and now it says click for mobile. And this is what mobile looks like. So if you see anything on mobile, which is what more than 50% of the people who are going to see this will see it on, and you don't like it, you can say on mobile, it doesn't look right here. You can also take screenshots of the section you're talking about, and you can even work on it from the actual page. Like you can actually work on it from the page. Then you're going to push publish when you're ready to publish it. And instead of edit, so you could edit this. I would not do that. I would not do just a Lovable app URL. I'd click add custom domain. And then when we go to add custom domain, we're going to say connect existing, which you might need to do, or you might want to buy a new one. Let's say I want to buy a new one. Then I'm going to do a search and I'm going to say, okay, Atlanta, looks like atlantacraftsman.com is what we're calling it. Let's see if it's available. It's available, $11.10 a year. I'm going to press that button. I'm not going to really do it because I don't want to buy that. I press it. It sends me to a payment link. And then it is like in 5, 10, 20 minutes, that domain is live and ready. And then you go to publish and you follow the directions in the publish section. So you continue, ... It says, hey, what do you want the little icon, the favicon to look like? Do you want us to generate a preview page? You're going to say yes to all these things. Now, while I was doing all of that, this was working behind the scenes to have my leads updated. So it says, look, the form is now actually submits. Here's what's working. So I'm going to refresh it. I'm going to change it to the view where you can see like a desktop. And then I'm going to put this information in. And then I'm going to do kitchen, ASAP, 555, 555, 5555. And then I'm going to do budget range under 25K. Cool. Request my free estimate. Now this information has now gone in, and I might look at that and say, I think that worked. Can we make it a little bit better where it's going to work a little bit better? So it's going to say your submission has been filled, and then it'll say, okay, I'll do that. And then you can say, where can I find those submissions as the admin? Now, you might be saying to yourself, okay, so if I'm doing this for somebody else, how do I gift them the site? One thing you can do is just give them the URL and just have them use it, and you handle everything in the background. That's what I would recommend. What you could also do with that is you could say to it in chat, I want to create an admin dashboard. Only these two people need to have access to the admin dashboard, me and then the customer. And it'll walk you through how to do that. That's one thing you could do if you wanted an admin dashboard, but it says, would you like me to create one? Right? And then it can give me all the submissions, the submission dates, all of that. Very, very cool. And again, anytime you upgrade it and update it, you're going to go back over here to the publish. You're going to push continue, and you're going to publish it out to the real world. That is how you make the landing page. If you want to think about, okay, well, how do I make that tool you said? I don't know what that tool. On the same page, you could say, now I want to add a GP, I want to add a quiz or this. Or separately, you could say, create a tool that helps my clients customers pick out their favorite drink flavor? What if your client has drinks? Press return. It's going to come back with something. It may even ask you questions, but it'll come back with something to start with, and then you can tinker around and get it to exactly what you want. There's more information inside of the Your First 5K classroom in that AI for Business section with the AI Genie. There's more information if you want to go more advanced in the Lovable OS and Lovable Revenue Challenge replay. You do not have to spend money with me in order to get all the free stuff, the free training, the AI Genie, and this information within this video. I will see you soon. I can't wait to hear about everything you do inside of this project. Go do it.